So we've got a problem with the sat-nav on our Range Rover L322 2006 that we've bought. It's the one with the touchscreen sat-nav. So it's not doing, so if we go to set destination, oh gosh, how do we get back out of this? Oh gosh, let's go back. Okay, how do we go to home here? Let's go to, is this home? This one? No, that one is. Right, so we can enter a destination and we can go to, so the map data, because sometimes the map data doesn't work. So if we go to this one, there you go, the map data's in there, so we know the head unit's working, the touchscreen's working, but it doesn't actually know where it is. So if I set this as a destination, it's happy to set that, and we come up with this near our current position. Now, it gives us a GPS position. How do we get that GPS position up? If you
we just moved.
There you go. So it thinks we'll have a look on the internet, and it may well default whenever you get this fault to some random. We'll put that in the internet and see where that GPS coordinate is. Now we think it's a problem with the GPS antenna on the roof. So let's go and have a look at that quickly. So there you go. If we get up on the roof, this is the sat nav antenna. And most of the problems we think are related to this. They're not that expensive, so we're going to go in the workshop and we're going to change this sat-nav antenna, which is basically going to involve pulling down this headlining. So we'll show you how to do that. We'll get back in the workshop and we'll show you how to pull that down and replace the antenna. So we're going to have a go at getting the headlining down here on the inside of the car so that we can get to the bolts that hold the GPS antenna on. Ian's had a go already, and I think the best way of doing it is to remove these rear pillar covers here, the internal trim, and also remove the little coat hangery thing there, and that will give you enough just to pull the headlining down. So Ian, you got everything ready?
I think so.
Let's have a go. You're going to jump in, or are you going to... Yes, along the top you can just move that little rubber trim. It's a little movement in it. It just holds the edge of that headline in there. If you just get under the edge, get under the top. It's on little poppers, these little things there. And if you come down here, oh, now that one, well, it looks like we've broken something, or some clips have come off, but we'll have a look. Right, and is it that? Do you want that screwdriver to get that back one out again?
Yeah, long screwdriver.
So there's a clip right in the back there. If you just put a screwdriver in and twist, and we'll show you when we get it. Right, and then you've got a speaker connection there that we undo. So let's have a look what state that's in. So you've got these little push clips here that have got a sort of spearhead front on them. You've got one there, you got one at the top, another one at the front at the top, and then one at the bottom at the back. We got any idea what pinged off there, Ian?
I think we just surprised the cable
We
guide.
just woke him up and went, oh, that little cable's guide there. Okay, good. So that's not too bad. Right, the other thing we were going to take out was that little
The little coat hanger.
a little coat hanger hook there.
Aussie screwdriver. And there's a single screw.
You might get away without doing these coat hangers, but they take seconds, so you might as well.
There is creasing along here because you haven't got much leverage. You'll put a crease in
You'll put a crease in the headlining. I mean, obviously the proper way would be to take the whole thing out, but we think at least by taking those two bits off, we reckon we're going to get to this. Now, where's that new antenna? Shall I go and grab that, Ian? Right, so this is the antenna. This is a new one we've got. It comes complete. It's got a nice little neoprene gasket on it underneath. And it's got the two connectors, the red connector and the blue connector there, all ready to go. But there's these two bolts. You can see these two studs that we need to get hold of. So we need to undo the connectors, and let's just have a quick look how those connectors are going to work in. They got a little push thing on them. What do we reckon? You never work those out?
Yeah, they're just a little
push
pinch.
Yeah, little pinch.
in the top there.
In the top there, yeah, got that. Okay, so we'll do that. Right, let's see how much access we can get then. Let me hold the light here. Right then. So the trick's going to be getting in without creasing the headline and see how you can get in behind there. Right then, let's have a look. What we got? Yeah, you're not going to want an extension on that. I'm going to go slim light. Any sign of any water leaks or anything in there?
It's not looking too bad. There's a little bit of rust on the plate underneath it.
As I say, we're taking a bit of a gamble on this, whether it's going to fix it or not, but to be honest, for the price of the antenna, it's probably the same as an hour's labour at the main dealer. So at least if you put a new antenna on, it's probably been on, well, this one's been on the roof outside in all weathers for 10 years. So I think putting a new one on is only the same as taking it down the dealer for an hour. So what size are those, Ian? I didn't ask you. 10mm. So look what we got. Oh, then, yeah, so they're a little flanged nylock there. Okay, that's one of them on. So we'll let you get on and get the other one off, shall we, Ian? And then come back when you're ready to whip it off. Okay, so we've got the 2 bolts undone now. I say we, Ian has. And then we've got a little, ooh, there we go. And there's a little supporting plate, a little bit rusty looking, coming out there. We'll have a look at that when you get that. Do you want to have a, see if you can do those connectors? Okay, so let's have a look what we got there. Let's have a look at that rusty plate then. Put that down on the, there you go. So he's looking a bit rusty, he ain't too bad. Right, do we see if that antenna, right, if you leave the lower tailgate down, Ian, to close the top one, you can stand on that bottom tailgate. And there you go. So look, there's a trick there, you can leave that down and you should be able to. Is he fighting you? Is it that gasket, is it?
There's no spring clip or anything on there, is there?
I don't think so. Is that one on it?
I don't need to pinch to get it out.
Ah.
I think.
Go on, let's have a look. Show us your theory.
There's some little spring.
Let me get the camera. Okay, just on the side. So you reckon you might need to just. Okay. Do you want me pulling and you squeezing, or should we see? You reckon you have a fertile in there? That sounds pretty loose now.
That way.
Right. So, oh, that ain't sounding good, is it? Right, so we're going to put that new one on. I don't think we need a video putting the new one on. It's just the same as reverse, isn't it?
So pushing it in
Then
from the top, bolting that plate up and making sure you got your connection.
we'll put that on. We won't video that, and then we'll come back and we'll turn the satnav unit on together and see if we can share a moment of joy together. So we've had a look. Ian was intrigued what the little rattle was, but the little rattle's that bit of plastic there. But when you look at that little bit of plastic there, and it looks like it's come from this antenna. So it looks like, oh gosh, it's got a bit of an impact there, isn't it? Oh, someone's like reversed into something, and which is forced. Yeah, look, that's exactly what it's done. They've reversed it. It's given it that. It's turned into a little snazzy, little springy thing going on, and it looks like that must have crippled the old. This board here has come loose. Look, so when. We could probably solder it all and get it back together, but I think
it's been snapped down there. I'm assuming that's not.
No, we're down here. Oh gosh, I'm not supposed to do that either. So anyway, he's had hard life. We're going to put him into some gentle retirement somewhere. Another little thing we wanted to show you before we put it all back together was just we're just going to repaint that. So it might be worth getting yourself a little tin of primer, cleaning that plate up before you put it all back up. And we'll get on and bolt him all back up together. So, just before we put it back together again, we're just waiting for the paint to dry on that metal plate. We've Googled the coordinates that it was giving us, and we found this Google website, and we put in the coordinates, and it reckons it's in the middle of the Sea of Japan, off of North Korea somewhere. So if your sat nav's giving you the same error, it may be what it defaults to, so it may help you diagnose you've got the same problem as us. Okay, one thing we missed when we were doing the taking out video, we've just put the antenna back on, by the way, but I was just looking at this, and there's this little white square here and a corresponding black. Now what we've worked out is if you get one of these little tools here, one of these little snake's tongue trim tools, and then if you pull that out, what you've got there is a little springy clip, and what you can do is you can slide it into that little black housing there. Can you see that on the video, Ian? You got that? Yeah, and then that just pushes up there, and that just holds that up. So actually, how's that headlining looking, Ian? Now we got that back in and done.
That looks better now.
It looks better.
Thanks a bit of the sides, but you trim all.
We'll get the side trims back on, and then let's go and see if that's fixed. Okay, so we've just got the car out of the workshop. Let's have a look. What's happening? Let's see if we can see where it is now. Alright, how's that look?
That's different to before.
That's different to before. We're not in the North Korean Sea. Let's have a look. Hold on, I'm not very good at using this. Destination entry, recent, previous destination. Let's have a look where the last guy who owned this lived. Let's go there. Destination. Okay, right. Okay, yeah. Look at that. Happy days. So yeah, we're fixing the Range Rover bit by bit. So yeah, that's how to change your sat-nav antenna, which may or may not fix your problem, but I'd certainly give it a go first, because that's been on the roof in all environments for 10 plus years probably, so well worth replacing.